is? Yes, Christine. Kristen.
Yes. An application letter is something that you send to people to apply for a certain job.
Okay, thank you. I'm seeing Nicholas Asimwe. Asimwe Nicholas.
An application letter is a letter written in search of a job.
Okay, it's a letter you write when you're searching for a job. Thank you. Is there any other person?
Welcome.
Yes, Elisha.
An application letter is a letter written like to request for a vacancy.
Requesting for a vacancy in a given company. Any other person? Okay. So I think we go with those definitions, and all of them have a relation to what an application letter is. Is there anyone who knows the other name to mean an application letter? What is the other name for an application letter? By show of hands, please. Yes, Hope. Hope.
Formal letter.
Formal letter. Okay. Salma. Hello, Salma.
A cover letter.
A cover letter. Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm seeing. Okay, here are the two. So the other name to mean an application letter is a cover letter. A formal letter is a big subset of all letters, even including an apology letter, including a resignation letter, including a complaint letter. All of them are formal letters. But the other name to mean an application letter is a cover letter. So when you're requested to write a cover letter, don't get confused. It is the same as an application letter. Are we together?
Yes.
Hope your hand Hope is up. I don't know. Do you want to say something? Nicholas, yes, your hand is up.
I want the SP of a cover letter.
Cover letter. Who can spell it? Peter Emma, can you spell the word cover letter? Peter Emma. Okay. Cover letter, the spelling is C-O-V-E-R, then later. Is that okay, Nicholas? Okay. Salma, could you read on my screen?
Yes.
Yes, please read.
A letter of application. A letter of application, also known as a cover letter, is a document sent with your resume to provide additional information to your skills and experience.
Okay, thank you. Those who attended the last week's lesson, we dealt with what a resume is, the CV in other words. So a cover letter provides an additional information to a resume. So these ones major in real job application situation. These two, they go together. The application letter with a resume, they go together. So they complement, they are intercomplementary. Are we following?
Yes.
Okay, this is the third slide, and what does it provide? What does a cover letter provide? And I'm requesting Elisha. Elisha, please.
Yeah. A letter of application typically provides detailed information on why you are qualified for a job you are applying for. Effective application letters explain the reasons for your interests For interest in the specific organization and identity, your most relevant skills are or experiences.
Okay, so it is in a specific organization and identifies your most relevant skills or experience. In a CV, last week I told you that a CV gives more detail to the what is about you, and an application letter only gives a brief or a summary. So an application letter or a cover letter is specific. You hit the nail exactly. What you want to write is what you write. It should be short, precise, and concise. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How should it be? I'm asking Isaac Michael, please. Could you read on my screen?
All right.
Yes.
Your application letter should let the employer know what position you are applying for, why the employer should select you for an interview, and how you will follow up.
Okay, nice reading. So it tells the employer the position you are applying for, why the employer should select you for an interview, and how you will follow up. So a job can be there and it requires only 2 people, and you find yourself 100 and more have applied for the same job. So how does the employer select the 2 people that he requires? So you should write your application letter very clearly that this will give you a chance. It will give you a chance to progress through the screening, and you go for the interviews. Okay, hope hope you are reading the next slide.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Could you please go slowly?
Oh, there. Are you writing?
Thank you.
Kristen, are you writing?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'll groups. You will download in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Hope.
Yes, sir. Look out for sender's address, date, receiver's address, salutation, subject, content specific to the point, concluding line, complementary closure, signature along with the designation or title.
Okay. Thank you. Nice reading. Now I start with Albert and Ryan. I don't know. Albert and Ryan, who are you exactly? What's your name?
Yes.
What's your name? Albert.
Yes.
Okay. So Albert, an application letter, where do you think the sender's address is? Let's assume we have a paper. You use my screen here. So on my screen, where can the sender's address be?
On the right.
Can you write on my screen? Can you draw something on my screen here?
Yes.
Yes, please draw where the sender's address should be. Are you doing it? Okay. Maybe I go on. So the sender's address, do we have any other person who could tell us where it is? Yes, Asimo Nicholas. Asimo, please, your audio, your mic is off. Put it on.
On the right side.
Yes, on the right side. But is it the right side? Remember, it is from top to bottom. So where on the right side?
On which side?
Yes.
Right side, but
From
top.
I've heard somebody can help me.
Okay, Hope, can you help? Hey, yeah. Who is
Pretend
who
my
is
friend
on my
raise her
screen?
hand while I do it up.
Please,
But,
unless you are talk to, please, or mute your mic. Holy Spirit. Teddy, mute your audio, please. Thank you. So Teddy, it is you who wrote on my screen, yes. Where are you all seeing where people have drawn on my screen? You are seeing the yellow lines and the red lines?
yeah, he's calling me. That's good. I've joined something.
Teddy, please mute. Teddy. Yes, thank you. So I'm asking, Kristen, can you see where they have drawn on my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that is where the sender's address or the writer's address should be. So on the same side, that's where we also have the date, and the date should be the date should be, maybe today is 23rd. It should be 23rd June. There is a comma 2021. So if I can use my word, maybe.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
When you're writing the sender's address, then the date, do you leave a space between the two, or it's just straight to the point?
Sorry?
Do you leave like a line space between the two, the sender's address and the date, or?
Yes, please. Yes, please. And you use block.
All right.
All the lines, let's take an example. Are you seeing on my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say we have Mitiana, comma, PO. Yeah. Okay. Are you seeing the punctuation?
Yes.
Yes. So it is a comma at the end. There is a full stop. So Central College Mitiana, comma, PO Box 2000, comma, Mitiana, full stop. Then you skip a line, 23rd June. June, there is that comma. After the month, you put a comma, then 2021, full stop. Have you got it?
Yes.
And this is the only part where we skip a line. The others, we do not skip a line. Is that okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
We got the next, the receiver's address. So, Angela, Geraldine. Angela Geraldine. Teddy, please, your audio is disturbing. Teddy, your audio, please. Mr. Bernard, help me mute Teddy, please. She's not on. Giovanni. Giovanni?
Yes, sir.
Yes, where do we write the receiver's address?
On the left.
Sorry?
On the left.
On the left?
Mm.
Is that all? Okay, it is correct, but it is on the left below the receiver's address. So when we go to, so it is below the receiver's address, and this involves the office you are writing to, its box number, where is that box number found? And so, for example, if you're in Mtiana College, remember the writer's address was Mtiana College, PO Box 2000, Mtiana. So the receiver's address can be St. Mary's College, Kisubi, PO Box 100, Kampala. So you write the head teacher, St. Mary's College, Kisubi, PO Box 100, Kampala. Let me see if I can write it. Okay. So,
excuse me, sir.
yes, please. Hope.
Like I have a question about the sender's address. Like at
Sorry?
our school, I have a question about the receiver's address.
It's okay.
Like they told us the receiver's address has to be slanting.
Okay. Is there any member who has something to say about that? Yes, Nicholas.
I was also going to ask you about that sender's address. For even as they told us it should be slanting minus, maybe that did.
Okay. So now yours, I'm going to do it here. Let's say this. Like that. Did you see what I did on my screen? Like that?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, like that. And they told us that the date, like you shouldn't skip lines.
You shouldn't, even on the date, between the date and Mitiana, there is no skipping of the line.
Or like we only use paragraphs, so there isn't skipping lines.
No, we are
like
just talking about, we are talking about the writer's address. Did they tell you to skip a line or not?
No, they didn't tell us to skip a line.
Okay, the line is there. The line is there between the Mitiana and the date. There is that line, and it is only here where you skip that line. Nick, hope your hand is still up.
Like I was saying, like they told us no skipping lines.
Okay, so if you're saying like that.
Yes, like that.
No. So in this, there is that line between the date and Mitiana, there is a line. Then the slanting. So the slanting, that is, I told you, the other one I was teaching is block. So where all the lines are on the same line. So The slanting, currently we are moving away from the slanting thing. We are going into a block because most of the application letters are being typed. So the typing requires you to write the block. And secondly, did they tell you about writing either in capital letters or small letters?
Yeah, they told us.
Yes, what were you advised? The capital, small?
Like we should only write these first letters only in capital, but others should be small.
Okay, so when you use capital letters, it is block and it is not necessary. So in other words, this block, we are moving into the digital world, like now what you're doing. So we're moving into the digital world and we're moving into the block paragraphing. And that is why, like, are you encouraged to use indenting or block paragraphing in the body? You know indenting?
Yes, I know indenting.
Yes. So were you advised to use indenting or block?
They told us to use indenting.
Indenting, okay. So we're going into it. So this is the most current that use a block address. So and here we have one line that is skipped. Then the others, it is only between the date and the writer's address where you skip a line. The others, you do not skip a line, you only indent.
Okay.
Are we together there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the receiver's address. So in this, you state you state the title, like here we have the head teacher, which institution are you writing to? And here we have St. Mary's College, Kisubi, its box number and where that box number is found. Then after that, that's when you go to the next. Is there any question up to that? Okay, there's no question. We go to the salutation. Salutation, I'm requesting Jackie to give me a salutation for this.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Nicholas.
I have a question on the address.
Yes, please.
If I write it, the sender's address slanting, they can't mark it.
Sender's address slanting.
When I write it in a slanting format, they won't mark it.
No, it can be marked. It is marked.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Yes. So in other words, before you go into the final exam, you should go with the two options. Sometimes the examiners dictate. So if they consider a block this year, next year they may go for slanting. If they go for slanting next year, the other year they may go for a block. So it is better you all know the two ways of addresses so that you are conversant with it, so it doesn't just land on you without.
I also had a question.
This is yes.
A question is like this. Some you have written 23rd. You don't add the th on the string. Or I mean LD.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, thank you, Nicholas. That is correct.
Welcome, teacher.
So the salutation, I had chosen someone to give us a salutation for this. Jackie, not available. Mark.
Teacher.
Yes, Jackie. Could you give us an example of a salutation?
Teacher,
Sorry? Jackie, we can't hear you. Mark. Yes, Jack, please speak up.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
To me, since we don't know the HM, we use either sir or madam.
Okay, thank you. So your salutation is dear sir or madam. But that dear sir / madam, most times it is discouraged because when you are applying for a job, you must know the person who's the CEO or who is the boss of that company. So if I'm writing to St. Mary's Kisubi, I know the head teacher is female. Are we following?
Yes.
Yes, so if I know the teacher is female, I put dear madam, I do not need to put sir. If I'm writing to St. Mary's, Mitiana College, I know the teacher is male, I put dear sir. So there's no need for me to put madam, but it is possible, it is okay for you to say dear sir / madam. But in real life, if you must be knowing the person, whether female or male. In other words, you state exactly whether dear sir or dear madam. Are we together there? So after that,
Yes.
we go to the subject, and the subject is the reason as to why you are writing. So the reason as to why you are writing, we usually put re, and re is followed by the reason. So you put a re colon application for the job of being an English teacher. Are we following? Sorry is abbreviated, and this re-application for being an English teacher, you either put it in capital letter, underline, or you either put it in capital letter, leave it, or you write it in small letters and underline. Make sure if it is in small letters, it is underlined. Are we together there?
Yes.
But it is only Hope responding. I don't know.
Yes, teacher.
Are the others on?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
So if
Yes, teacher,
Thank
we
you.
are getting you.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher, we are getting you.
okay, please.
Ndukusoma.
So when you write it in capital letters, you can choose to either underline or not underline. But when you write it in small letters, it is a must for you to underline it. Okay, so we go to the content. Content is specific
Like,
to the
excuse me,
point.
sir.
Yes, Hope.
Like you said, writing the subject, yeah?
Yes.
Like if it is in capital, like you should not underline. And
Yes,
if
it is.
And if it is in small, like R and E is small, like are we supposed to underline all the thing or only that RE?
No, you underline the subject. Actually, if you are writing in small letters, it will be capital R, small e, colon, then you start application. The A in application is capital, then the other is small. So that one you underline. You underline application for the post of being an English teacher, the whole of it, and come this side and underline re. You skip the colons. Are we together there?
Yes.
Okay. So I go to the content that is subject specific.
I have a question there.
Yes, Nicholas.
If you are writing the re, should the re be in the capital letter RE over?
That's what I've just said. If you are writing in small letters, you can decide to write re, the R big, then E small. But it's advisable to write re, the whole of it capital. R, E, all of them capital. Then the others, after the colon, application A is always capital, then the other is small. But that one, make sure you underline it.
Even if I'm writing in capital, I have to underline the application, the subject.
Nicholas, when you have written in capital, it is optional to either underline or not to underline.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, please. So the subject should be specific and to the point. So in this case, we have the components of the application letter. So in the first paragraph of this, remember we are dealing with the content. Stella Mulunji, please.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Do you say English teacher or English of the teacher of English?
Okay, there is a debate between English teacher and teacher of English. For us, actually, we are teachers of English, not English teachers. So an English teacher is someone who is a Briton and teaches English. If I'm an African and I teach English, I am a teacher of English, not English teacher. Nicholas, your hand is still up. Okay, I go on. So components of an application letter. So in the body, the first paragraph, you should state why you are writing, mention the job you are applying for, and where you found the listing. So in this case, you state which job are you applying for. Remember, it is already stated in the subject. So here you state, I'm hereby, I write to apply for the job of being, for the post of being a teacher of English in your school, following the advert that you posted in such and such a newspaper on this page on this date. Or I write to respond to an advert, to a job advert that was posted in such and such a newspaper that requested for an English teacher. Are we following?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
So we go to paragraph 2.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, please. Thank you. Paragraph 2. What you have to offer the employer, mention why your skills and experience are you good fit for the job. So here you mention your strong points. That is, you in brief, you state maybe some state what they studied and what they have been doing, what can they do, and what can they contribute towards the organization. So in this case, be specific, hit the point only. Don't go into telling stories. I was here between this and this, I scored this. That is very long because that is the work of a CV. In here, it should be short and straight to the point. Okay. Here, remember, this is the middle paragraph and brackets its paragraphs. So you can decide to put educational background in one paragraph, then the next you put experience and what you can do. So you can decide to either write 2 paragraphs in here or you write 1. It depends on what you want. So the last paragraph, that is paragraph 3, or if you have used 2, that is paragraph 4. Say thank you to the hiring manager for considering you and note how you will follow up. So in this case, you should state, why should you, why are you eager or are you waiting? Are you, will you be happy to receive the offer if you are considered? So in this case, show need and thank them for giving you that post. So we go to the last, please. I'm requesting Senyange, please. Patrick Senyange, could you read? Patrick Senyange. Hope, did you ask the question or you still need to ask it? Okay. Kristen, please read. Kristen.
Give examples of things that should not miss in an application letter.
Give examples of things that should not miss in an application letter. Now I start with Nicholas. Give an example. Yes, Salma. Salma?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, yes, please.
The opening, what if I open my letter like, so the posting of marketing manager on my online job board, and I am very interested.
Pardon?
Is it correct or?
Could you pardon, please?
What if I open my?
The first paragraph.
Like on the, I saw the posting of marketing manager on my online job board and I am very interested.
No, because it is very clear here. Mention how did you get to know about that job and what is the job you're applying for. So in there you have just stated the post, the job that you want. You should never miss out where you got to know about that job. So that is like it acts as a reference. So when you say Daily Monitor of 23rd of June 2021, page 10, it is very clear that the employer will go to that paper, or other people can check out whether that job was really stated or was really advertised. So even the question comes and states which paper, when, and what was the advert, and what was the job that needs to be taken up by people. So you should state where and when you got to know about that job. So I start with, I'm requesting members to tell me what should not miss out. Monica? Hello, Monica.
The receiver's address.
Receiver's address, that is 1. 2.
The sender's address.
Sender's address. Thank you. Albert?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what should not miss in an application letter?
The date.
The date. Hope?
Salutation.
Salutation. Elisha?
Concluding remarks.
Okay. Angela Geraldine? Giovanni?
Content.
Okay. Isaac Michael?
The sender's address.
Okay. Peter Emma? Okay, in order, I have 3 hands. First is Nicholas, second is Kristen, and the third is Hope. The fourth is Salma. Please, in order. Nicholas, Kristen, Hope, and Salma, please ask.
I'm not asking, I'm giving the things that should not miss in the application letter.
It's okay,
Yeah,
please go
yeah,
on.
me too.
Give Nicholas one, then.
The job you are qualifying for.
Okay. Salma?
I have a question.
Okay, first hold on that question. Hope?
Signature.
Signature. And Kristen?
Salutation.
Salutation. Thank you. So Salma, you can ask the question.
Should there be any form of greeting in an application letter?
The salutation is the greeting. Is that clear? Salma, is that clear?
Yes, any form of greeting. Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm saying the salutation, dear sir / madam, that is the only greeting that should be there. Asimwe Nicholas, you have a question? Nicholas? Okay. Okay. So 1, specifically state what is that you are applying for, or interested in applying for, e.g. the position, appointment, student, or other visa extension on a deadline, loan, credit card, etc. Those are some of the topics that you can apply for. Accomplishment, positive traits, and so forth. Salma, you are calling upon Maggie, I don't know. Okay. 2, identify the reason that you are applying. Be as specific as possible. These are already communicated. Okay. 3, give the reason that you feel you merit or qualified for the position or object thing you are applying for, if applicable, e.g. your goals, experience, qualifications, or accomplishments, positive traits, and so forth. So this one I had already talked about it, isn't it so? Had I talked about this area?
Yes.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Who's talking? Okay. We got the next 4. Identify what you hope to accomplish by sending your letter and the action you would like the recipient to take. So in other words, that is the last paragraph where we said in this last paragraph, what do you hope? I'm looking forward to working together with the team for the betterment of the organization, and I'm happy. I will be happy if when my application is considered. So looking forward to working together with the team members for the betterment of the organization. That is the catch statement here we are talking about. Identify what what you hope to accomplish. So what he hopes to accomplish is working together with the team members for the betterment of the organization, because every organization that you will be applying to, its main objective is to grow. So if you have that as your goal, as your need to accomplish, the company will take you up earlier because easier, because that is, you have stated it in your application later. So others, indicate the date by which you would like a response to your letter, or by which you would like the action to be taken. So this one is option always. When you would wish to be called upon, or when are you available for interviews. In this case, most organizations that require online applications, they tell you when are you available. That's why they request you to put a daytime telephone contact. So this you can state here when are you available for the oral interviews. 2, refer to any other documents you have included with your letter, such as application or other forms, letters of recommendation, resume, examples of your work, etc. So on an application letter, I'm saying the real life application letter. I'm not saying the examination letter, because I'm teaching you for 2 ways. One is to do the exam, and the second is to apply it in real life. So in real life, when you're writing an application letter, these are the things that you attach. So you can attach letters of recommendation, you can attach a CV, you can attach other forms, you can attach applications, or you can attach examples of work that you have done. So in this, when you're attaching, use attached copies of, or attached is a copy of a resume, letters of recommendation, work experience, and letters of accomplishment. Yes, Nicholas.
Excuse me, teacher.
Nicholas? Yes, please.
If you are writing an application letter,
yes,
and you are in an exam, are you able to write the subject as dear sir or madam, or you can use any?
I said it at first. So you either say dear sir, because they will state. So you can either say dear sir, or you can say dear madam, and the final option is say dear sir / madam.
Thank
May
you,
I
teacher.
write it? Let me write it for you somewhere.
Okay, teacher.
So you can say dear sir with a comma. You can say dear madam with a comma, and you can also say dear sir, madam, so with a comma. So these are the three options. Are we together?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so the others are the sir and madam, the first letters are in capital. So that's how you can decide to do it.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, 4, identify what you hope to accomplish. This one is done, I think. Yes, we are here. Include a request for any information you would like to be sent, if applicable. This is in real life. Some people may require more information. Next, include your contact information such as email, address, or phone number where you can most easily be reached, and the times which when you are available for calls. So this, when you're writing an application letter at the end, when you end yours faithfully, and you put a comma, yeah, you put a signature, you put your name in full, and you should put a contact and an email address. Because at the beginning, from the beginning to the end, there is no contact and email address. So you put it after you have written your full name. Below it, you put your contact and email address. Are we together there? Are we together?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher.
Last but not least, close your letter by sincerely thanking the person for his or her time or for any assistance he or she has given to you. This one has, I have already stated it. So this is the letter. Are you seeing my screen very well?
No.
Okay, you'll see the document that I will send. So here in this is a picture of the format of an application letter, how it can be written.
Yes.
And finally, any question? Elisha?
Yeah, so you told us that about your date, the RD must be down on top.
Sorry?
Like on your date, like 23rd, like the RD
Excuse
must
me,
be
teacher.
on the same line.
Okay. Elisha, pardon, please.
Yeah, like they told us that on 23rd, like the RD must not be up, it must be down.
It must not be
Also
up, it
have
must
a
be
question.
down.
Yes.
Okay, so RD not being down. For me, when I type here, the computer automatically puts it up. Yeah. So when you go down, when you go to handwriting, it puts it down. But there is no harm in putting RD up and down. But when you put it up, it must be small. Don't put RD up and it is capital R and capital D. No, if it is down, if it is up, rather it must be small, and down it can be either small or big depending on the font you have used. If you have used small letters, it must be in small letters, small R, small D. When you go, even if you try it on your computers that you are using, when you put 23rd and you put RD, the computer and the phone automatically puts it up. Are we following?
Yes. What about writing it in like in figures,
Maggie,
like 23rd? Writing it in figures.
No, that is not correct.
Oh,
Maggie? Maggie?
Yes, sir.
You can send your question on the WhatsApp chat. I will respond to it, please. And in a few minutes, I will share this document on the WhatsApp group. Please endeavor to read through, and I will send a question that accompanies it. Salma also send the question in the WhatsApp chat. Please send the question in the WhatsApp group. Here our time has elapsed. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you for the lesson, sir.
Thank you, teacher.